No state to date has voted to legalize marijuana. However, by all appearances, this year, Colorado voters will get the chance to be the first state to do that. Earlier this month, the Colorado Secretary of State's office ruled supporters failed to gather enough valid signatures to get on the ballot. But as 9 News reporter Chris Vanderveen shows us today, they returned with more.
If it feels like we've been here before, there's a good reason for that. Call it Colorado marijuana legalization part 2. Deja vu all over again.
Is everybody set?
It's not exactly a do-over.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us today.
More like a second chance.
End marijuana prohibition in Colorado.
14,000 signatures they needed.
Bringing in far more than enough.
Closer to 2,000 should be enough to do what they wanted to do last month.
We're ready to lead the country.
When the same group held a very similar news conference to announce what they thought at the time was the end of the signature drive. Of course, last time they didn't have him.
Coloradans have a chance to end marijuana prohibition for the entire country.
One-time New Mexico governor, one-time Republican, current Libertarian presidential candidate, Gary Johnson.
There has to be a first, and Colorado has that opportunity.
He's supported marijuana legalization since '99.
And the more people talk about this, the more people understand it, the better chance that it has to end.
Provided they do now, in fact, have enough signatures. In November, Colorado voters will get the chance to vote on a regulated and legalized marijuana industry for anyone over the age of 21. Of course, the chance of legalization comes with its share of concerns.
I think that teens tend to reflect the values of adults.
Over at the Arapahoe House, where they treat people for substance abuse, they will not take a position on the initiative, but
the more available, the more access there is, the more consumption there is, the more the consumption there is, the more problems there are.
Deputy Director Art Scott worries what message will be sent to teenagers, for example.
Almost half say it's relatively easy to access marijuana. 20% say it's relatively easy for them to access cocaine.
There are close to 700 medical marijuana dispensaries in Colorado right now. Expect that number to go up. A good idea. You should get the chance to decide on that in less than 9 months. Chris Vanderveen, 9 News.
Up to the voters. Keep in mind, Coloradoans have voted on a legalization initiative before. In 2006, it failed by what was considered a fairly sizable 40 to 60 margin. Much of the money raised through taxation would, if passed this time around, go to public school construction projects.
The largest school district in the state.